Hey there, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. It's a time that we can relax and craft together for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end so you can be part of the whole process along the way, ask questions, and just come and hang out for a crafty evening. So thanks everyone for popping in here again tonight. It is the first Finish It Friday of the decade. So Finish It Friday is when we take the first Friday of every single month and we drop what we're working on and we work on a project that's been sitting around, one of those dusty projects that we need to work on. And I have been working on this project for the past few days. This is the dustiest project I have. It is my Jean Quilt from that I started in April 2011. So it's almost a decade old, and we are finishing it tonight. I only have a tiny bit left. I'm stitching on the label, the last step, and I just have a little bit left. So we'll finish that first, and then we are going to jump to another Finish It Friday. We're going to work on the Swan Embroidery. So the Swan was our embroidery of the month last month. We stitched it live here last month. Here is the design there. I would like to make it into a zipper pouch, but I want to hand quilt it. I want this to be an exercise, just practice for me to hand quilt. So I got some batting, another piece of fabric. I thought this would be a fun practice hand quilting experience. And today, I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories, but I went to Joann's and I got one of these Quilt and Go lap frames. It's basically some PVC with a little clip on it. And I haven't used one before, but I know they're popular. People like using them versus a quilting hoop. So I thought we could open it up. I haven't even opened it yet and test it out. I have never done that before with this, so we will see how that goes. And we will start doing some hand quilting on this guy just for fun. I want to practice some hand quilting. I had a really good time playing around with that lately, and I want to just learn more. I want to get better. So we are going to work on that tonight as well. But first, let's finish the Jean Quilt. Oh, speaking of embroidery of the month, this is our embroidery of the month. For this month, it is the Love Mandala, or Mandala Love, sorry. It has the word love all in there. It's got some cute hearts and stuff. So the bundle and the pattern are available now. We sold out of the bundle like within the beginning of day 3. Like it's only day 3 that it's been out. So I've ordered more supplies for it, and I'm going to make some more up. So I have relisted it, and I should get the rest of the supplies within like 2 weeks or so. So I will send those out right away. If you've already ordered your bundle, it is coming. I've sent about half of them out today, and like I said, it's up in the shop again. So if you missed out because it sold in like 2 days, then I'm ordering more. So you can check that out as well. So thank you, you guys. I'm going to flip you around. Let's finish up this Jean Quilt, and yeah, then we'll try this out. Robin, you haven't used one of these before. I've seen a lot of people using them, but I've never used one either. So I like experimenting here, so we'll test that out. All right, gonna flip you around. Happy first Friday, you guys. Crazy. First Friday of the decade. So here is my label. You can see it almost blends in, but what we did is I actually made like a little strip. If you guys watched the past couple days, I sewed a strip to another one with right sides together. Then I turned it inside out, or right side out basically, and now I'm stitching down that strip. So you can kind of see, it's a little more bulky. You can barely see it because I even kind of matched up The squares, like here you can see I didn't do a great job, but I'm trying to match up the squares. I got a little off, but it just totally blends in, which is kind of fun. So we hand stitched it. We embroidered it with April 2011 to January 2020, and then I signed it. So this is the last step. We have it almost stitched. I just have to go from here around the corner to there. So let's get going on that. I think I'm going to start here, and then we'll end up here. Yeah, and I'm going to flip it upside down too, because I think I want to go in the left direction. So I'm going to rotate it. Ugh, maybe I got to rotate it this way. Oh man, the quilt's just bulky. I'm going to have to just move the whole thing. Twist it. This is basically going to be a gravity blanket. The next step is to see if I can wash it. So that's this weekend's project. I'm gonna attempt to wash it. I'm also using, to hand stitch it, I'm using leftover thread that I have on a bobbin here. All right. Oh yeah, so that I really like doing labels this way. I think it's just kind of fun. And yeah, this time I made it kind of blend in quite a bit, just try to match up the fabric. I mean, I suppose you could have embroidered directly to the back, but that would have been a little difficult just because you don't have access to the back of it. So that would make the embroidery just a hair more difficult to do. And I didn't want it to be difficult, so I stitched, I did that extra little, like, tab that I stitched on, basically. Ooh, this thread is getting curly. It is right at the end. Oh, look, it is the end. So we've emptied the bobbin, which is perfect. I love finishing stuff, and we're going to have just enough thread, hopefully. Ugh, hopefully I have enough. But I think we're good. So I'm just going to tie a little knot here. I know there's a better way to do this knot, but this is how I've been doing it. Okay, got a little knot. Let's, it's like invisible. It's hard for me to even tell where I'm at here. Oh, and I forgot, got to get my lady thimble on. This is kind of one of the reasons I want to practice the hand quilting a little bit. I want to just learn how to use this thimble a little bit better. This is one of those custom, well, not custom sizes, but they come in different sizes. And the divots are a little bit deeper, so you can catch your needle at a bunch of different angles, which has been really handy so far. So I'm digging it so far. All right, just gonna come up right there. All right. So I'm gonna have to get in the groove of things again. I feel like that was my problem last night. I needed like that 20-minute warm-up period, which is good. So stitching this label will be like my 20-minute warm-up period. Oh gosh, I'm already struggling. There's a little knot here. Oh, there we go. This will be my warm-up period for trying that swan, hand quilting that swan embroidery a little bit. Oh, I hope so, Gretchen. Gretchen says hand quilting will seep into your soul and you'll love it forever. That's the plan. I like it. Well, that's what I want to hear. So, I think I just need a pile of practice, and I haven't practiced with it in a hoop of any sort. So I think that was kind of limiting. So I tried doing some hand quilting on my Splendid Sampler 2 blocks a couple weeks ago, and that got me excited for doing more. And that's when I got this thimble and everything, but it wasn't, I didn't have a hoop that fit it. So I was kind of just doing it loose, and I I think it would have maybe been a little bit easier if I would have done it in a hoop. So I thought I'd try those clamp hoops that I've seen people use before. So went to Joann's on the way home. Oh my gosh, Noeline, that is just crazy. Crazy hot. So I might send a special email about that this weekend. I was thinking that I have that koala pattern for my alphabet pattern that's both digital and I'm going to rotate again, digital and a paper pattern. I would like to. I know that there's Noeline, you've been talking about this, but like the koalas are being displaced. I mean, not to mention people and everything, but I have that koala pattern. I would love to do have like all the proceeds of that koala pattern go to like donating for that. So I'm gonna put something together for that this weekend. But I just wanted to let you guys know. So pay attention to your emails. I'm gonna try and get something out about that. So if you want to stitch a little koala and help out the koalas, I think that would be nice. Help those little guys. So hopefully all you Aussies are being safe. And yeah, because that's some scary shenanigans for sure. But yeah, so I haven't put it together or written the email or anything yet, but I'm hoping to do that tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. All right, I'm rounding the bend here. Definitely not matching up these squares anymore, but oh well. Oh, that'd be kind of interesting, Paula. I'll have to think about that. How we'd put together something like that. All right, I'm on the final stretch here. But yeah, so stay tuned for your emails, and I'll remind you guys on Monday when I see you guys again too. Ah, stabbed myself. I'm also excited for next week because we're going to be starting the Granny Squares quilt. I have not, I'm telling you, I have not I haven't even looked at fabric yet for that. So I'll be doing that this weekend, and I'll kind of talk about how I'm going to probably pick a few or like go through my fabric a little bit, but then I'll show you on Monday kind of how I'm picking my fabric, and we'll make some final decisions as well. Oh, Nolene, that would be fabulous. So if you could email me that info, that would be super duper duper great. You would definitely know way more than me the right place to contact. Yeah, Joey quilts. It'd be neat to do. A Joey quilt could have like, well, I suppose a koala could too, but could have all sorts of little pockets in. I don't actually have a kangaroo pattern, but I do have that cute koala one. Lucy, you're excited for the Granny Square? Me too. I think that one's just going to be a good old nice quilt where it's a block that I haven't done before, and we're gonna do a pile of them. Just that nice repetitive getting blocks done, and yeah, it's gonna be relaxing and just so pretty, I think. All right, I don't want to stab myself. Let's get rid of this final pin. I only have like 2 inches to go, not even. Yeah, you know what? Then we could do like a little koala stitch along, maybe later in the month if you guys order a physical pattern, and I'll wait like long enough so that there's so you get it in the mail. Um, but maybe we spend one of those long Saturday sessions because I don't want to mess with our schedule that we have set for our weeks. But yeah, maybe we stitch on some weekend. Maybe I'll even put a bundle together with some Fabricelli in it. That could um, that could make it easy for people too. All right, I'm gonna think through that and what we can do for that. And yeah, Nolene for sure. Send me an email for that stuff. We will figure it out. Oh, you're gonna do the splendid sampler too? Yeah, for sure. That can't be like this quilt. That quilt's got to get done too. I can't let that one sit around forever. I'm about halfway done. Mom is well done and over with hers, so her quilt is totally finished. She did the quilt as you go for the splendid sampler too as well. I'm really kind of having fun with that. That's a new to me process too. All right, I'm tying the knot. I'm tying it right now. Oh, nice, Teresa. I did not. I do not have a celebratory drink, but I do have chocolate. I will have me some chocolate for sure when this guy's done. All right, I'm gonna snip it, and then it's gonna be done. Here we go. Last snip. Okay, we have a finished Jean Quilt. Ah, nice. So here it is again. I will I don't know if I'll get a good picture here. I had that nice picture from my parents' house. So I'll post that, and I want to post like the progress of it all. So here's like the label in context to the size. Yes, Robin, first finish of the year. Ugh. Maybe I'm gonna take a photo of all the finishes this year and maybe make a Pinterest page. That's one thing I've been meaning to do. My mom started doing that, and it's such a nice collection to go back and see stuff. So maybe I'll do that too. I'll post the photo that I took when I was visiting my parents because that's a nice photo. But I'm gonna wash this up and I'll bring it to my parents again next time we're there, so I can take a good photo there again. But yay! All right, done. I'm gonna have me some chocolate when I'm done here. But for now, quilt, I am putting you to the side. Oh, that just feels like such a good thing to have done. I feel like I got the car yesterday. I got this quilt done. We're cruising this this decade so far. Oh, I love the black binding on this though. I think that's going to be just like really nice frame for it. So when I wash it, all these little guys should bunch up a little bit. So yay! All right, done with you. So all right, so I want to next moving right along to finishing another or working on another project at least. So this is. Ooh, I did not see that Anne with the E is back up. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Gosh, it's been a while since I saw that, but I really like that show. All right, so here is my finished. I know, a huge sigh for sure. here's my finished embroidery. Ooh, that's the back side. Embroidery of the month from last month. And I left a lot of fabric around because I wanted to make it into something else, and I didn't know what yet, if I was going to do a pillow, but I think I would like to do a bag. So I'm going to just sketch out what I'm kind of thinking. So, all right, we're going to go way down here. This is my only paper. Here's my my quilt instructions, but I want to do like a bag that, you know, it has a zipper on top, but then it's one of those bags that have like that boxed bottom, so it has like a little thickness to it. I would love to do something like that, and then, you know, Swan is in the middle there. I would love to do like hand stitching all the way around. So one of the ways that these boxed corners are made is, let's see if I remember right. So like the front and back. So this would be the bottom, one half of the bottom, and then you'd sew it to a piece. That's the other side. I know it looks a little bit goofy, but this is kind of what it looks like. But the thing is, when you do a boxed corner, it makes kind of like a pouch that looks like this, kind of like a W, or just, you know, it has angled sides. And I don't really want the angled sides. I want to have it end up being straight, but still have that bulk, right? So I think the way I'm going to have to accomplish that, here's where geometry is coming in. So, all right, so here's the shape that I want it to end up being. I think I'm going to have the box corners end up at that point. So I'm going to have to actually kind of angle it like this. I think this is going to have to be my shape. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. But for tonight, all I want to do is kind of draw a rectangle around my swan and know that that's my stitch area, and I don't want to stitch outside of that. So I'm going to plan all like the assembly of this later. But, you know, I'm just thinking about it already. But I want to at least kind of draw the size of what I want here. So I'm just going to get my ruler out and just sketch it out. We're going to just make quick decisions here. So the reason I'm doing this right now is because I don't want to hand quilt outside, because I don't want to cut that away and then have my stitches be cut. So I'm going to just draw my stitch area. Maybe we should use I'm going to use the square, just because I can see a little bit bigger, like get a better picture of it. I don't know, that's kind of a neat size, I think. What we can do, actually, I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but you can actually, I like taping a ruler just to kind of see the size. So I kind of like this proportion. Let's just decide that that's how wide it's going to be. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, Paul. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research. I've done box corners before, and I've done it where you don't cut those chunks out beforehand, where you just squeeze it together and sew across. I've also done it where you do cut the chunks out. This will all make more sense once we get going on it. That is for like later. But for right now, I just kind of want to see like what proportions I want this to be in. So I kind of want like this taller little guy. This will be fun. Something I can stick a lot in. It looks large still, but not like overpowering. I like this. I think this is going to be nice. So I'm going to just try and center the swan a little bit, especially left to right. Maybe I'll make sure the swan is centered and not worry about the little guys. So here's 2.5. This is about 2.5. We can scooch it over a little bit more. So this is just the front panel. I will figure out the rest of it later. Oh, we're not a little crooked, aren't we? All right, how about like that? Does that look center? I think we're good. I'm paranoid now. Ah! All right, I can always change this later anyway, so I don't know what I'm worried about. So I'm gonna mark off the side. All right, so Patty, that's good to know. Patty says that she doesn't care for the Quilt and Go frame, that it's a little cumbersome. I'm a little nervous about that as well, so I thought I'd give it a try. I haven't used those. This is a 14-inch by 14-inch one, and I don't know if you can do smaller than that. That's the problem. Like, I think they make them smaller, but this is what I could find at Joann's. I think they actually make them so you can do different sizes. I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit more. All right, that's pretty. Actually, I don't think I centered it very well, so I'm going to eyeball it over a little bit more. I'm going to add a 1/4 inch over here. So what I'm doing now, this is just, this square, or this rectangle is just my, like, stitch zone. Oh, you're just typing the squish corners to a point and sew a line versus notching out. All right, yeah, I do know what you're talking about. So, you know what would be kind of fun? Maybe we do one side, would be totally odd, but maybe we do one side with the box corners and one side with the pinching, and just to see the different ways to do, the two different ways to do a boxed corner. That'd be kind of wacky, but it'd be fun to just see the difference. All right, so here we go. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Think about this as a zipper pouch. It's just gonna be so cute. I'm gonna have to find a zipper. I think I might have a zipper that size. All right, so I'm gonna just trim away some of this batting so we're kind of more equal size. I mean, I probably don't need all this batting, but whatever. I'm also going to, I want a back fabric on. This is not going to be the lining. This is just going to be kind of, I don't know, to make quilting more normal, since really the goal of this is for me to practice hand quilting. And I just get a fun finished object out of it. A way to finish my embroidery, but really to practice hand quilting. So I want to do it like how you normally have a piece of fabric, batting, fabric. I'm probably going to have to make the back of this a couple layers too, just so it feels the same. We'll see. I have tons of batting, excess batting like this, and tons of scrap white fabric like this as well, so we're good there. All right, so I'm guessing I still have to pin this. So Teresa, I didn't buy the Q snaps because I couldn't find those at Joann's. This was just on a whim. Going to Joann's to do this today, but I did find these Dritz Quilt and Go laps. I think I'm going to have to look into the Q snaps, because I think the Q snaps you can adjust size, and I'm really not sure you can here. So I have not opened this. I've never used these. I just thought maybe we'd give it a try. If it's a total failure, I will just do it without. I suspect I still need to pin this though. Oh, that's interesting, Nolene. Yeah, we could do like a curved top. I've never done a curved top on a pouch before. I've never sewn a zipper onto a curved top. That would be kind of fun. Just thinking, I have to physically think. This is me. This is my brain thinking in arc. All right. I just want to read the instructions quick. I just want to see if they mention that I should be pinning this or anything yet. Okay, it's ideal for the quilt as you go lap method of quilting. With this method, each quilt block is assembled and hand quilted individually. Oh, they're doing this is a whole thing. Okay, how to use lap frame to assemble a frame. Blah blah blah. Place layered fabric, top side up. So, I don't know. I think we should throw some pins in here just in case. Just some quilt pins. Oh yes, pin exactly like quilting. Okay, will do, Jenna. And since this is large, like look how big these are. So my piece is like just big enough. So I'm gonna pin actually out beyond this too. Probably more so than inside. So I didn't stretch the back fabric like I normally would. Or I didn't, I didn't tape down the back. I'm just gonna pin and let it be. Normally I would tape down the back, then lay down the batting, and then the front, and it would all be stretched and nice, perfect, but it's such a little piece. And you're actually never going to see this back. It's going to be on the inside of the lining. Like, you're not going to see it at all, so if it's a little bunchy, I don't think it'll get that bunchy. And again, I have not done a lot of this, so I'm sure my stitches will be crazy, but I'm hoping to improve as we go. I think for maybe the back, I just do white fabric and we just stitch some just designs in it or something, like a wave design. Ooh, that'd be pretty, just a wave design on the back, just to have a little texture or something. I kind of like this figuring it out as I go way of doing sometimes. I mean, it's nice to know what you're doing and figure it out, but like I don't know what size I'm making this. I just kind of decided. It's kind of a fun way of doing it, I think. And if it works, it works. If not, well. Oh, you use this frame, Jenna, and you have several sizes. Ooh, there's a smaller frame. Oh, you've seen them there. Huh. Yeah, so I think there's a smaller one. For color thread, so I did, from the thimble lady, I purchased some of her thread. I mean, I'm sure I don't need thimble lady thread, but I thought, why not? I think I was trying to get up to the free shipping or something. So I got this thimble lady thread in this natural color that I thought would just be pretty. And this is what she likes using for hand quilting, apparently. So I believe it's just cotton, 100% cotton. It looks rather thin. So let's just compare it quick. So this is the Aurifil 50 weight. I wonder if it's thinner than that. It's about the same. So I would guess that it's 50 weight as well. So I don't know that as a fact, but just peeking, I think that. So I think just white. I mean, it's cream, so it'll be a hair different, but I think we're going for texture here. I don't want to take over the embroidery, really. All right, let's see if we can figure this thing out. So it looks like they're all the same. So I suspect, let me know if I'm doing it wrong. I suppose I could look at the instructions, but meh. I'm going to take all these things off. And then I'm going to put this together as if it's PVC pipe tubing. I'm guessing this goes underneath, and then I put these clamps on the top. Ooh, that might actually be difficult. These were pretty tight. I'm sure someone could. Well, I don't know where you get the clamp bits, but this seems like something that someone could custom do to whatever size that they want. Do you see how I'm still wearing my thimble like it's a knuckle ring? I just like wearing it. It feels fancy. All right. So I'm gonna throw this underneath So my batting isn't actually as big as this, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to keep it a little loose, just because that's how the thimble lady does it. So I'm going to just leave it looser, and I don't know, I guess we just snap this on, right? Push down. Ugh. Ooh, that's a little tough, isn't it? Okay, there we go. All right, so again, I want to keep it loose. Best I can. Probably even looser. Maybe I can just rotate it and be looser. Let's try there. I don't know. We will see. Well, this is easy enough to put on, so, I mean, I think it'd be hard if I was just holding it, but just on a flat surface and pushing down, that's not too difficult. I don't know about taking it off, but, there. So there we go. It is loose, which I'm intending it to be. The idea is I push down and I can flip that needle up and keep going. All right, I actually want them looser, so I'll try and turn them to make it looser. All right. So design-wise, I'm going to get started now attempting to do the stitching. For design of the stitching, I kind of just want to go around the shapes. Just like echoing. My mom made a pillow once where she just did echo stitching around the motif. It was made out of a t-shirt, and she just echoed the motif of that, and I thought that was really pretty. So I think I'm going to maybe I'll go around this swan to start out. I won't do anything in the middle, I don't think. And then I'll just keep going around, like bump out around these guys, then get around this guy, and then we'll just keep going around and around and around, whatever shape it ends up being, as long as I stay within this, because I don't want to cut the stitches ever. So, all right, I think let's go. Let's give it a go. Yeah, plumbing store by pipe and joiners. Exactly. It doesn't seem that difficult. The trick would be like these clamp things that go on it, but maybe that's a common. Exactly, Leslie, and that's what I'm thinking too. What about the clamps? And then you'd have to get it cut to size and all that too. So, I'll buy it from here for now, and if I really get into it, we'll see. So, all right, so this is the thread. So I'm going to use that same. Oop, it's sticky on the end because it was stuck on by a sticker. Let's get a nice edge. Ooh, it feels stiff. Oh, I think she mentioned that I think the thimble lady mentioned that on her website, that it's actually sturdier. Like, this does feel different than the 50 weight Aurifil. It feels like it's got, like it's gonna, almost like it's got starch in it, really. Like it's kind of solid, like it's not even drooping down, right? So there is something different about this. I wonder if it says no. So I'll look into that a little bit more. So I remember reading, though, on the site, now that I'm feeling it, that there was something to do with the stiffness of it. So it is different than my sewing thread. Oh, God, this is a small eye. I did buy the larger needles. We can maybe test those as well. This is that small needle. This is, again, from the Quilting Lady, not the Quilting Lady, the Thimble Lady site. I did put a link to the Thimble Lady, if you're interested in any of checking out her stuff. I was just getting obsessed with it, so I ended up buying a bunch to give it a go. All right. Well, I think most cotton thread is mercedized. That strengthens it. But like embroidery floss is mercedized, and gosh, am I even saying it right? And that doesn't have this. I mean, it really does feel as if I've run it through wax already, and starch. Like that's just what it feels like. It almost feels like straw, almost a straw feel. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig into it a little bit more. All right, so I guess let's just assume we're going around this uh, swan. So I'm gonna start by popping that needle or popping the knot through. Come on. Ooh, I have other stuff from the thimble lady. Hold on. I also got those little rubber fingertips. Of course, I go all out on buying stuff before I even give it a go, but whatever. So here are those little silicone fingers. And I know you can get this stuff other places, but I thought, why not? I just get it all. Oh, that could be, Lucy, like some sort of preconditioned thread. I mean, it does feel... Okay, Bonnie says that there's a different feel to hand quilting thread, so maybe that's the deal. I don't know if I'll need these, but I just wanted to show you that I got these too. So it comes in a pack of 6 here. I think they're all the same, but this is so I can put it here. Look at my hands getting all this stuff on. This is in theory, so I can pull the needle through a little bit easier. So we're all decked out now. Oh gosh, oh my god, I've totally lost the feel of the needle though. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So all right, let's pop this. Did you hear that? I popped that little knot through. All right, hand is on the back. So, all right, let's give this a go. All right, so this is, gosh, oh my gosh, it's been a moment, so. I think this needs to be looser for the way that she describes, so I'm gonna just make this a hair looser. The thimble lady says that, oh, that slippery cotton thread is glazed, meaning with hair compressed down. Oh, weird, Barbara. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at the rest of that. Oh, I'm gonna just keep going. I don't want to undo all this. So it's a little tighter than I'd like it to be, which means I'm not going to get totally where, like, the angle I want to get, but. So I'm trying to go for, like, little baby stitches, but I suspect my spacing is going to be pretty awkward. So I get going here. Oops. Like I said, I am a way beginner. Whoa, I just broke this needle. All right. Guess that didn't work. Ooh, I gotta get this out so it's not in the center. Here, I know. We're gonna get the hemostats here. Well, I guess we're trying a different needle. Eek. That is a sharp, sharp point of that. Well, I might as well try and make this looser now that I gotta stop anyway. Crazy! So I broke right through that needle. I mean, I have been using it for a little while. I did the whole binding with it. But let's grab another one. I'll grab another size small. Keep needles in. Well, let's make this looser first. It's a quilting needle, so I did on purpose. You know, I'm trying to test out all this. Oh my god, how do you get this off? Oop, there we go. Trying to test out all that quilt, or that, I keep saying quilt lady, I mean the thimble lady. I'm testing out all her stuff for fun. And it's, oops, sorry you guys, I bumped you. It is her her needle. So they are a Thimble Lady needle. I believe, let's see what they say. Stress-free hand applique, piecing, and hand quilting. Thimble Lady's needles are stronger, thinner, and longer. 3 sizes of needles fulfill all your sewing needs. Okay, so smalls for a dense weave, normal weave, coarse weave. Well, I don't know. I mean, we looked at it a little bit. We looked at it earlier, and they were thin, and they took a while to taper. So they didn't get to the point and then big and fat right away for the needle, like the shaft of the needle. It took a little while for it to get big, meaning that it should glide through the fabric a little bit more. Like it won't like just get through and then get stuck by that big taper. It has a very gradual taper, so I suspect that makes it easier to just glide, and it was super duper sharp. All right, this is a little looser. All right, let's grab one of those needles. Yep, that was a Thimble Lady needle, Leslie. So that busted. I mean, it's the sharpest needle I have for sure. I haven't had a needle as sharp as these. I've stabbed myself, and it was pretty dang sharp. So I suspect that's helpful with your needle. I have the longer ones too because I wanted to test, because her whole thing with these thimbles is that you can load more stitches on. But I don't know. We'll stick with this little one first. Some of the ladies in your group don't even use a frame. Yeah, I suspect that if you have a big quilt on your lap, I don't know why you would really need a frame. I'm just trying something different than what I did with the Splendid Sampler, because for that I didn't have a frame, and I don't really know what I'm doing yet, and it felt like maybe I should get a frame. Gosh, these don't feel strong enough for me to go all the way vertical. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to break this needle again. That doesn't seem right. Ooh, let's get these guys back on. Oh, you use beeswax for silk thread for applique too. Oh, so Robin, I also bought from her some silk thread. She had some silk thread on sale because I remember, and it's size 100. That means it's really thin. I remember you guys someone saying that they use that for like their needle turn applique, and that's something I want to do more of as well. And so I'm like, oh, silk thread, I will do that right away. Ooh, I guess that was easy with these rubber things. The only thing is I don't have my sense of touch anymore with these on. I mean, it was easy to pull the needle out, but like I can't feel the needle while I'm holding it. That's odd. But all right, I got 3 stitches in there. Ooh, I'm gonna love how subtle this is too. I wonder if I should test if I can bend this a little bit more without it breaking. I'll use the 14 by 14 inch for a queen size quilt and move it around. So that this is a 14 by 14. So that's cool. So that's this size. So I can play with that as well. I don't want this stitch quite that big. I suspect I could have this a little looser yet. See if I can get one more stitch there. I think this is going to be so pretty though, with just these little stitches around. Use one just on your thumb. Just use the one on your thumb. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, because that's so awkward not having that feel. All right, I'm going to turn the piece with me. I have seen quilters do this so fast, but I'm going to do it in slow motion until I get the rhythm of it a little bit. I know this is a lot of less spacing in between, but for now, I'm going to live with it. So from what I've read, the moment you see the tip of the needle is when you flip it up. And then the way the quilt lady does, instead of feeling for the tip of the needle, she just pushes in front, the thimble lady, she pushes the front fabric, like right here with my left hand underneath here, up a little bit, and that gets the tip on the other side, and then pushes through again. And that's how she gets all her little stitches. And look, I did get a pile of little stitches there. That's kind of exciting. All right, let's pull that through. Oh yeah, that I only needed on one, that's for sure. Ooh, great. That's great. Oops. Lost my thread. Got stuck on a dang pin. All right, I'm feeling good. We will get some nice even stitches eventually here. Gotta rethread this thing though. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Yep, good. I like this thimble too that I have access to my finger here because I like holding it like that. All right. Apparently I like stitching towards me. I'm leaning towards this aimed at me for some reason. Oh gosh, my first stitches are always so big. Let's try and solve that. If I was coming from this way, then I would be up here. Ah well, that one can be big. I'm like in full concentration mode here. The nice thing about this thimble is that those divots are so big, so I can angle it. Oh, let's pull it through. We're kind of going around a curve here. Oops. I want to peek at the back. See what those stitches look like. Okay, the single finger, like just that on my thumb, that's the way to go. That's totally working well. Thanks for the suggestion. That's awesome. All right, let's peek at the back quick. Oh, those are cute little baby stitches. Okay, I'm liking it. That's fun. Some of them are baby stitches, some of them are a bit larger. I think I might have missed one too. Ah well. I think it's looking pretty cute though. So here, I'm gonna just get a little closer so you can kind of see. It's just gonna add texture, like the way the light hits it, you can tell there's stitching there, right? And it looks just like these running stitches here. So all right, I'm gonna go a little bit longer, but I'm having fun. I'm digging it here. So I will definitely putz on this some more. So I've created another unfinished project, but that's how they go, right? I'm gonna, just when that tip goes through the back, I'm gonna try and load one more on here. It feels like I'm gonna bust the needle though again. Maybe not. Ooh, those are good little baby stitches. Oh, good. So you're getting emails again too. Yeah, I looked into that, Kathy, and it looked like they were coming. So maybe just telling spam that you want them still. You guys, if you do find one of my emails in your spam, well, first of all, if I say an email is coming and you've signed up, check your spam. If you drag the email from your spam and put it in your inbox, that is sort of like telling your email that you want that email, I think. It's probably different with different providers, but there should be a way in your email to tell it, like, yes, I want stuff from this place. So I'm going to redo that one because I'm getting better at these little baby ones. So just give that a go. I am scared of this breaking because I do feel like I'm bending it quite a bit. But I need to go way up like this. I do want to try the large needles as well. Eventually here. All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pull this one out here because this is a tighter curve. I need to rotate it more. So I wonder, I mean, maybe I should have stretched this out a little bit more. But you know what? It's all right if this swan is a little poofy. I mean, I kind of want that, I suppose. It's going to poof up because I'm not really quilting it. I could put little tacks in here. Maybe I'd do that. That would be kind of cute. I'm going to leave it for now. We're just going to go around and around. Yeah, with email, the problem is it's just a bummer because sometimes I can see, like, fix the issue, but most times it's whatever mail server provider or whatever a person has, just thinking it knows what you want and just filtering stuff out. So that's a bummer. Wow, these stitches are getting little. I hope they're going on the back. You know, I probably should just go for consistency, but I'm practicing now. Consistency will come after a while, so I got some big ones to start, and then I was getting like a little rhythm going here, and now I'm getting kind of goofy again. I'm hoping by the time I get towards these outer bits, they will all be just perfect. We'll see. Oops. Needle slipped out. Is there a foundation on the back of the swan? Nope, there isn't. So it's just fabric. It's just the 3 layers of fabric. It's exactly, the 2 layers of fabric, the front and the back, and the batting. I don't have any embroidery stabilizer on this or anything at all, so it would be just like a normal quilt. I think just this needle's a little bendy. Got a little loop knot in there. So I'm probably going to go, I know it's 9:30, but I'll probably go till I'm done with this thread. Tie my little knot and then be done. So we'll probably go a hair late again tonight. So thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, that stitch is way too small. I gotta do this one over. It wasn't a stitch. I just came out and went back in the same hole, it looked like. There. This is gonna be a big, oh gosh, that's too big. This is gonna be a big curve soon to get in there. Come on, thimble. Okay, I'm having fun. I do like this. I like it. It's one of those things where I lost my needle again, where I don't have to think too much. Ooh, look how poofy it is. It's just like that, where your brain can go numb and all you do is the same motion over and over again. That's my kind of crafting. That's the chill. That's the craft a happy life crafting, is that when you just like zen out and then all of a sudden you have a finished project and that looks cool, and that's what I like. Here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do this like one stitch at a time. This really helped. The silicone guide just on the thumb. Yeah, it was really kind of awkward doing it on both fingers. So I'm glad you suggested. I'm glad. Who suggested that here? I forget. But thank you. Like, I kind of screwed up these stitches a little bit here. I might have to try and, well, they're there now. I think I might quilt the back panel, Sylvia, just because I think, first of all, it'd be good practice, but I could do like wavy lines or some other neat quilt design pattern. I'm gonna do one more stitch this way, just to, because it'd be, you know, it needs to have, I think, the batting like the front does. Otherwise, it would be kind of weird. It would be totally different than the front. So I think we do need to do some sort of like the batting. Ugh, I'm trying to get this like one stitch in here. It's too far over. I need a little baby stitch. So yeah, I think maybe it's an opportunity to just, I know there's a lot of hand quilting designs that people like doing. I know there's one like that's cute waves and then like waves coming out of the waves. That would be really kind of fun. So maybe we draw out, yeah, water waves. Maybe we draw out like a little pattern or a guide on just like a blank piece of white, and just the idea of the white on white, the white stitching on the white fabric, I think would just look so pretty. I mean, this looks pretty already, just the white on white. So I like that idea. Ooh, this is gonna be a fancy little bag. I'm not gonna be able to use it for anything. It's too fancy. And it's white, so I don't want to get dirty. This is gonna just be sitting on my shelf. It's storage, that's what it'll be. I'll store something special in it. I won't want to use it as a, like I don't want it to be like a bathroom bag or anything. It's too pretty for that. But yeah. You can always use another zipper pouch around, I think. I want to check the back stitches soon again. I'm excited. See what those look like. That one felt big. We'll just go there. Ooh, can't get it. There we go. Change angle again. Wow, this is just amazing that people do whole quilts like this. Whole giant quilts, hand stitched. Oops, I got stuck there. That's kind of a big stitch, but we're dealing with it. I think we'll change angles again. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea, Sally. It could be, Sally says keep all my thimble lady stuff in it, and that's a good idea. This could be my hand quilting storage. That's a great idea. I could have a little scissors in here, the quilting lady needles, and I'll always know, oh yeah, that's the bag that I store that stuff in. I like that. I do like having stuff like that around. I always need a spot to store more things. Oh man, I keep losing the thread. I'm actually going to tie it off soon just because I don't have that much thread left. I'll probably make it around this crown here. Some of my stitches are barely stitches. I just kind of tacked it down. Okay, I need to trim this. Get a nice edge again here. Ooh, I'm so happy that I got to work on this today, too. This is a good finish at Friday. Finished my Jean Quilt. Got to work on the cute swan. Happy about that. Ugh, come on. There we go. The eyes of these needles are teeny tiny, though. I'd be better off using a needle threader, I think. rotate again. If I start a little pointing backwards, that seems to work well. I get one more stitch in here before turning. Oops. There we go. So again, I realize if you're in a frame, working in a frame, or like a big frame, like on a, where the whole quilt is framed up and like tons of people can work on it at the same time, you're not gonna be able to rotate your piece like I am, but I'll work my way up to that. For now, I'm gonna stick to being able to rotate what I want. So I haven't done it where I'm stabbing my finger in the back and it still seems to be working, so that's positive. I mean, that's what the thimble lady's selling point is, so far so good on that. Luckily, if I do stab myself, all the blood will be on the back side, and I'll have a lining for this too, so the blood will be hidden. Alright. Let's see, how much do we have left here? Yeah, I think I'm just going to go down like 3 more stitches to the crown. And we'll do that stitch where we tie the knot and kind of pull it through. So the last stitch will be that. Oops, got my finger there. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out. And then I'm going to make a knot that is, I'm going to actually take this stuff off for that. I suppose I wouldn't need to do a lining. Well, I guess just to protect this stitching, so so something doesn't get caught on the inside stitching. So I think I'll probably still do like a pretty lining or something. Like I could do a lining that's a pretty color, like from here or something. So I'm basically making a French knot, but instead of doing it right against the surface, so I'm turning the two twists, I'm doing it about a little over a stitch big. So I'm kind of holding those stitches up in the air. There we go. So I have a knot. Let's see if we can see. I have a knot right here. So I have a little bit of ways. So I'm going to do my final stitch, basically, but just through the top thread, or the top surface, and I'm going to go like a little ways away. And I will pop that knot through. There we go. So that'll be the last stitch, and I can just trim that at the surface there. And I think I will take this out of the frame when I'm not working on it, just so it doesn't get all weird and bent. But let's take a look. Ah! Look at just how the light hits it. I mean, we are really framing the swan. So the swan is almost going to be like floating, and then I will just kind of mimic this shape around and around and around, I think, till I get to the outside. Oh, that seems like it's going to take forever, but that'll be a good movie watching project, I suppose. So I want to peek at the back really quick here. Oh, I really love this. I think it's going to be so neat. Oh, look at the back! So you can see the swan even, but stitching definitely got better. The back looks really nice, I think. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't need a lining. This doesn't feel like it's gonna get snagged or anything. I mean, a lining in a bag is kind of pretty though. So, and then it hides the zipper tape too. So I'll probably still do a lining. But I'm digging it here. So I'm gonna take it out of this. Ooh, gosh, that's not easy. There we go. I'll just store. Oh, store these somehow. Yeah, no toe catchers, that's true. So I wouldn't need a lining, there's no toe catchers. Dang, I gotta like, turn it this way because this is tough. Oh, jeez. Alright. Can't get it. There we go. Let's see what it looks like when it's floppy. Pretty. Gosh, it took a while though to just get halfway around the swan, but you know, this is one of those time put in and then all of a sudden you're done. One of my stitches did get a little goofy and I should have maybe fixed that beforehand, but cute! Alright, you guys, I am going to flip you around and we will call it a night. Okay, I am super duper stoked about this little guy. I'll show you right now again. And I think I like the size of what this is going to look like too. Like that blue line. But look, it really calls out the swan, doesn't it? It's just that white on white. I freaking love it. Oh, Carol says that these clips loosen over time. So that could be a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it was doable. It was just a little bit stiffer than I thought to get that off. But awesome. Yeah, I would love a smaller version. I know they make the Q Snaps, which is another brand. They make the smaller version. This is the 14-inch version. But I just got what they had at Joann's on a whim on the way home, just to give it a try tonight. I'm totally going to do more of this. I am having a ton of fun. Thanks for all the tips on the thimble, just using that silicone grip on the one finger. That was way better, just right on the thumb. Yeah, we're cruising along on this. This is going to be a new favorite thing for sure, this hand quilting. Again, I'm using all the Thimble Lady stuff for this. I just splurged and got a bunch of stuff from her. I liked what she was saying on her website, so be sure to check that out if you want. I have the link below here. Oh, great. Thanks, Noeline. Yeah, and keep an eye on your emails. I'm going to try and put that koala thing together, fundraiser thing, and over the weekend. And again, I put this embroidery of the month, the mandala with the tea towel that we'll be stitching it on. I put that back up in the shop. It sold out like so quick, way faster than I thought. So I ordered more supplies and it's back in the shop. And it shouldn't take, too long. It's kind of pre-order now for the second batch, but it should still be here before the end of the month for sure. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your first Friday of the decade, and I will see you guys again on Monday. Thanks again. Good night.